So, today we shall be doing some focusing, some concentrating. Now, as I'm sure you have noticed, I have pre-prepared the two-dimensional pencil which I will be using, but not yet. Soon, but not yet. So, I am going to just pop this down for a moment. Now, to begin, I would like you to focus on being relaxed. Focus on slow, steady breathing. Focus on removing excess tension in perhaps your jaw, your shoulders. Just sit, lay or stand or curl up in a little ball, whatever makes you comfortable, whatever makes you happy. And just take control of your breathing, slow, controlled, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just inhale and hold it for a few moments, and then exhale. Good, good. Yes, release that unnecessary tension. It will merely be a distraction from today's session. So, now you have your breath under control, you're in your preferred position, if you will. Now we can begin. I won't be using the two-dimensional pencil quite yet. Soon, but not yet. No, soon. For now, I would like you to place your focus on my hand. My wiggling fingers. Yes, you can place your focus to there, yes. Now, when I say I would like you to take your focus from my hand here, and you'll bring it here to the glowing tube. Yes? Good. So place your focus onto my hand, and now take that focus to the tube. Good. Now, if you could place your focus onto this hand, yes, your focus onto this hand, or this silhouette of a hand, and then take that focus and then bring it onto the tube. Good. Now, if you place your focus on my hand, you can see it there, yes. focus. Take it and bring it back onto the tube. Good, good. Now, once again, place your focus onto my hand. See it there, yes. And then take that focus, bring it back onto the tube. Good, good. Now I will use the two-dimensional pencil just for a moment, and then I'll put it back down, and then we will come back to it later, but this just seems a logical time for it. So, you see the two-dimensional pencil, yes. Do that there. And now the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil, yes. Good, good, good. Now, I want you to place your focus. Take your focus and place it onto the two-dimensional pencil. Yes, you have your focus there. Keep your focus on the two-dimensional pencil, and now it becomes a silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil, and your focus is still on it, yes. Good, I'm just going to bring it in a little bit closer. You see the silhouette of it. And then you will take your focus from the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil, and you will bring it back to the light. And focus on the light. Good, good. Now, once again, you see the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil. Yes, you'll notice I'm holding it this way because it disappears the other way. Silhouette, two-dimensional pencil. Place your focus on it. And then you'll bring that focus back to the light. Now, focus on the pencil and focus on the light. Good, good. Now I will switch hands. Two-dimensional pencil is still there. It illuminated there. And then I'll just bring it back for the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil. Now, place your focus onto the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil. And now you will take your focus and place it on the light. Good, good. See the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil. I'm just going to take a step back with my feet. Just bear with me, okay? There, a step, and now you see the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil. Yes, there it is, illuminated, and then that is the silhouette. You can still see the silhouette, and now place your focus on the light. Good. Good. Just taking a few small steps forward. Just now you can see the silhouette of the rotated two-dimensional pencil. Yes. Good. Now if you just place your focus onto the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil. And then move your focus back to the light. Good, good. Now, take a small step back with my feet. You see the silhouette. Yes, this one is much more challenging. You see the silhouette there? Yes. Much more difficult, but it is still a silhouette. And you place your focus onto that silhouette. And then bring your focus to the light. Good. Good. Now, as that one was somewhat more challenging, let's do a couple of easy ones. Now you can see the illuminated two-dimensional pencil there. Yes, you could see that. Place your focus onto the illuminated two-dimensional pencil. Up that, yes. Good. And then you'll bring your focus back to me. As I said, much easier than the previous one was. Yes. Now, you see the illuminated two-dimensional pencil, yes. And now take your focus and place it onto me. Good. Now, place your focus onto the two-dimensional pencil. You see it, yes? And now place your focus onto me. Good. Place your focus onto the silhouette of the two-dimensional pencil. And now place your focus onto me. Very good. Now just if you would place your focus onto my hand. You see it there, yes. The illumination. If you just place your focus there. And then you will bring your focus back. Bring that focus to me. Good. step forward with my feet. Just place your focus once again onto the palm of my hand. And bring your focus back, bring it back to me. Good, good. Now, hopefully this next stage will not be too confusing, so just bear with me. It may be a little more engaging for you, but you see my hand there, yes, you see. Now place your focus onto this finger, yes, take your focus from here and place it onto my finger. Good. And then my finger moves to the side, and then it moves back. Now, place your focus onto the light, okay? Place your focus onto the light. And then the light will do the same. It moves to the side, and then it moves back. Now, we rotate. Now you see my finger there? Yes, you take your focus from here and you place it onto my finger. And then my finger moves up, and then it moves back. And now you take your focus and place it onto the light. And now the light moves down and moves back. And now you take your focus and you place it onto this finger. Yes, take this focus. And you place it here, to this finger. And then this finger, as the previous finger did, will move to the side, and then it will move back. And then you take your focus and place it onto the light, and the light moves to the side and then moves back. Now you take that focus and place it onto this finger here. And now this finger moves down and then moves back. And now you take your focus and you place it onto the light, and the light moves up, out of vision, and then it moves back to where it started. Good. Now, I am going to take a step back with my feet. Just bear with me for one moment whilst I do so. There. Now, if you remember that previous exercise that we just did, yes, you can recall it. So, you will take your focus from here. You will take it and you will bring it back and place it onto this finger. Yes, you take this focus and you place it onto this finger, and this finger moves to the side, and this finger moves back. Now you take that focus and you place it onto the light. And then the light moves to the side and moves back again. Good, good, good. Now we rotate. Now you see that finger there. You will take this focus and you will place it onto my finger. And my finger will move up. And it will return again. Now you take your focus and you place it onto the light. Yes, you take it and you place it onto the light. And then the light shall move down. And the light returns. Now I swap my hands and you will take your focus. Take your focus from here. Yes, from here. And place it onto my finger. Now, my finger will move to the side. And it will move back again. And you will take your focus. Yes, take your focus. And bring it back and place it onto the light. And now the light will move to the side. And the light returns. And now we rotate. And you take that focus. Take that focus. And place it onto that finger. And the finger moves down. And the finger returns. You take your focus. You place it onto the light. The light moves up, out of vision, and then the light returns. Very good. Now, I did promise, I'm just going to take a step forward with my feet. Now, I did say that the two-dimensional pencil will return, and it shall return now. And I'm wondering if I remove the tube. Yes, let's do a few like this, just to spice things up a little bit, keep you on your toes, keep your eyes and brain engaged just for a few more moments. So you can see the green burn on the side of the two-dimensional pencil, yes. Concentrate on that, ignore the blue side as the two-dimensional pencil rotates, just concentrate. Focus on that green burn. There's quite bright and prominent. It's quite wide. Just slide see there'll be a blue burn on this side and a slight green burn on this side. The rest of the two-dimensional pencil is silhouetted. Take your focus and place it onto the two-dimensional pencil. Your focus is on the two-dimensional pencil, yes. Good. And then it will move. It may be easier to focus predominantly on the green burn. Remove that light from your direct vision, so you just that green glimmer, just a sheen, a reflection. Step forward with my feet, bring the light back in, just see it. It's just the final little beam, piercing beam, over the top of the two-dimensional pencil, making it like a lighthouse, just that beam of light. Shine over the open waters. I feel that, just give me one moment. I feel that does indeed bring us to the end of this session. A purple light there just for a moment. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I hope you found it useful, and I hope to see you sometime soon. So please take care, and I will see you next time. Cheers. So, today we shall be doing a very simple follow the light. Now, to keep things exciting, I will be using the multi-color feature of this. Of course, we will begin with moon mode. I have prepared some space for my feet so I can take a step back with my feet and, of course, take a step forward with my feet. are out of the way. I do apologize for my additional layer. The days are quite warm, but the night brings a chill to the air. Have to wear my layers, but without further ado, as I'm sure you've probably already begun doing, you've placed your focus on the light. Yes, and you just watch it as it moves side to side. Now, for today's session, there are no rules. No. So long as your focus, your attention is there, so long as you're following this light, but it doesn't necessarily have to be this light. No. It could be the little orb. For those that enjoy more of a challenge, it disappears much more frequently than this. For this to disappear, I must remove it from your vision. And perhaps that would be a wise place to begin. From central vision to out of vision. Central vision. Out of vision. And of course, just take the light up. Back to central vision. Take the light down. Back to central vision where it combines with its orb. And take it to a slight angle and out of vision, and then bring it back. And take it down, out of vision. And of course, bring it back, and then, as I'm sure you're aware, we have this angle to do, and then we bring it back, and then finally we have this angle which has already begun its journey down and out of vision and back into vision and back to its central position. Now, as I did mention earlier, I can take a step backwards with my feet. As you've noticed, I have done so during that explanation. Now just a slight sway. Just follow that light. And a sway. A little more arbitrary with the movements of the moon mode. This one step back gives me quite a lot of space for movement across your vision. Start to swoop around Yes, and as I said, there are no rules for today's session, so some of the light's movements may be faster, some may be slower. Nice glimmer there, just catches it. And no strict patterns or anything like that. In fact, I'm going to take a step forward with my feet just because I feel like it. All about breaking rules today. To take a step back. Perhaps we should move from moon mode. Perhaps we could experiment with should we go green or should we go let's do blue for this next stage. Blue for those that do enjoy to chase the little glowing orb. This is a very good color for chasing the little blue orb. Sure, you're noticing I'm taking lots of little additional steps with my feet to move this inwards and outwards. Much more expansive of your vision. In fact, I'm going to take a good, healthy step back, perhaps even a little bit further than before. This gives substantial vision or scope of vision. Perhaps even just a little bit more. Let's do some diagonal swooping. Back up, just out of vision and back into vision, out of vision, and then to swoop vision and then swoop back into vision and then once more. Now let's go with the green. Take a step forward. I think I'll also lean in as well. That allows me to complete a more three-dimensional swooping. Circulate, the little green orb there. Swoop and swoop and swoop. Blockade there, so as you're following the light, it then suddenly comes back. Of course, you can do the same here. Reappears. And never quite knowing which way it may go. The light just peeps. Let me readjust my stance for this, so I can lean and also sway if I feel inclined to do so. It twists away, becomes less intrusive, and then flicks back. Powerful beam. Yes, this green one is very good for those orb chasers among us. There's just slightly rotate my feet. Return to some more arbitrary movements or less linear movements. sweeping. Let's proceed to the red. The green. Is the red mode. This is the third and final color, so long as you don't consider moon mode as a color, of course. Now, just round and incorporate a step backwards. Perhaps to move both simultaneously. Cross paths. Take it back to moon mode. As this does bring us to the end of this session. I do hope you enjoyed it. I do hope that you will take care. I do hope to see you sometime soon. Cheers. So, a few weeks ago, I purchased myself this little light. As you can see, if you rotate it, lights up. If you rotate it again, it gets even brighter. Now, after I purchased this little O-light torch, I was ever so impressed by it. You see, it just charges via USB and removing the need for purchasing batteries or anything like that. And I was so impressed by the device. I contacted Olight themselves, the manufacturer. I figured it made sense to approach the heart of the organization. And after doing so, they sent me 2 different torches to review for you today. Now, of course, there are some details for things in the description, should you wish to purchase one for yourself, or perhaps purchase one as a gift for yourself, of course. But yes, I was so impressed with this. This is like the moonlight mode, and even that is still very bright. And then of course then it's full beam. I can't quite remember the exact brightness of this one. In fact, I shall check before, of course, we move on to some very premium items. Just the box. Just let me. Yes, the low is 5 lumens and will last for 6 hours, and the high is 150 lumens and lasts for 15 minutes. Per charge, that is, of course. I don't believe it takes long to charge. I can't remember. Let me see. Throw of 40 meters, waterproof, impact proof from 1.5 meters. And now, don't get me wrong, that is all very impressive, but nothing can be more impressive. Now, you all know I like 2-dimensional things, but it comes with its very own 2-dimensional USB plug. And it's not just the plug, the cable itself look at that. That is never gonna roll away. No. Of course it has another end. I popped the plastic cap back on there for safekeeping. I'll just put that one back on there. And get this out of the way. Now, onto the first light that they sent me. This is the Olight, the Olight Freya. You can see, very premium box. I believe it's the magnet to lift and open the box. A set of instructions for removal of the rechargeable battery, and then it was in there. I've already taken it out, but I wanted to show you the container that it comes in. Now, onto the good bit. Of course, as with all premium products, they come with premium carrying facilities or cases or holsters. I would say perhaps I've owned this for perhaps 2 weeks now. Or there's a little plastic bit there so you can hook or hang it from your belt, a little popper there, and the Velcro, so you can choose numerous ways to attach that thing to your person. Another magnet to seal the case. Let's just lift the light and just pop that case with you for a moment. Now, let me remove this. This I'll explain later. If you could just hold that for me, thank you. Now, do I have my pointing stick? Yes, I do. As you can see, it is without a doubt a very heavy-duty premium product. You see, you've got that grip there, so you wouldn't accidentally drop it whilst you're out in the woods at night. It's a button there and a button on the base. It has a magnetic charging as well, which I won't lie, it scared me. The strength, it sort of leapt out of my hand and just attached straight on there. At least there's no worries, it'll come detached. I suppose I'm still quite new to the idea of wireless charging, but it did work incredibly well, and of course allows the unit to be waterproof, as there's no need for a plug or socket. Now, so with this, the Freya, I believe it also has an additional code, perhaps. Just looking at the box, I'm not sure. Now, the bottom at the base, you can give a little half press for medium light, and a full press for the full light. And that is the full light, and yes, it is incredibly bright to the point where it will light a room. I believe the throw on this, in fact, let me reference my box. Yes, so the high beam was 1,750 lumens. And yes, it will throw light for 360 meters. I have tested, I didn't measure 360 meters, but it does reach incredibly far. I know that much. And then the medium, the half press is then 850 lumens. And then where do we need the moon mode? I haven't shown you the moon mode. Yeah, and my personal favorite for when I'm walking around at night is it gives sufficient light for where you're placing your feet, but it doesn't really draw a great deal of attention. It's certainly not dull, but it's not quite as blinding as the high beam. Of course, and when you are using said high beam, it does have a little sensor. Let me pop this box down. A little sensor which yes, perfect. Let me get my pointing stick. See that little dot? So when you're using the high beam, if I just click into it, perhaps this is not the most optimal way to demonstrate. Yes, there you go. See, it dims, so you cover the light, and then it dims. Which initially I thought was a little bit odd and sort of unnecessary, but when I was using it and I tried to shine it at something to read, rather than it absolutely obliterating the source with glare, it dimmed it down and it made it legible, and that was actually quite a surprising little trick that it can do. But that is not all. Now if I go back to moon mode and press and hold this, now the light becomes red. But that is not all, because if I press and hold the button again, it will go from red to green. As you can see, the green light there, and then once more, and we go blue. You can see, although my white balance may be cancelling that out a little bit, but it is blue nonetheless. And now, let me go back to moon mode. If I just take this back, this photographs that I gave you earlier. Yes, I'm sure you forgot all about it, but if we attach said tube to the top of the torch and then press and hold, you see now we can guide in air traffic into landing. And if we press and hold again and go to green, now we can see UFOs and extraterrestrials into landing. But that is not all, because we can go once more and we can go blue and we can pretend we're under the ocean. Of course, there are many other realistic, practical applications for what is effectively a glow stick, particularly the red one. I suppose could be used for any sort of hazard awareness. I do quite like the green one. I suppose also you could pretend that it is a mini little lightsaber. You could get one for yourself and one for a friend, and you could duel with them. Yes. Or of course you can just go, this will probably completely burn out, but no, it's not too bad, There's the regular bottom button, and just have it as a ambient camping light. Just pop off that. It is of course branded as well. I don't know. Perhaps if I go moon mode, will you be able to see that? I don't know if... Oh, that's a little bit better. But it is a branded tube there. You can hold on to that. Yes, as I say, I have used it for a few night walks. You know, somebody has to be out there looking for Bigfoot, and I guess it may as well be me. So yes, predominantly I do use the moon mode. I do quite like it. But tested out the high beams as well, without using the high beams in the woods. If I were to hear a rustling, you know, the sort of rustling that only a Bigfoot could rustle, and then I'd be greatly upset if I gave him a fright. It's got an interesting dome, additional dome of light around it. But one last fun feature for you, let's go with the red, because I quite like the red. The base, which is magnetic, as I said before, you can attach to something metal, and then you can have the light shining down on what you're working on. Literally, if I go can see I have some metal up there, and it just shines that light down. It's quite pleasant. I could probably actually use that as a backlight, perhaps. Perhaps I will use this at some point for a backlight. I quite like that. I mean, it's certainly bright enough to do it with. Yes, that is quite nice. Yeah. Well, that actually, I'll put it back to my moon mode because I like that one. Yes. That is your introduction to the Freya here of Olight's Freya. It is the more tactical of flashlights or torches, whichever you'd rather call them. Pop it back into its case here. Let me just give it a little. Oh dear, where did I pop that brush? Oh, I left it on the side. So, yes, this is the all bells and whistles style light, and very premium in its nature. But now they also sent me this limited edition brass one, which initially, when they said they were sending me an additional light, I assumed it would be more of a regular, no thrills light that I wouldn't really care about. But I remember when I opened this, let me get that, the instructions out of the way. I opened it. It was this, which is an all brass torch, which is, as I'm sure you can imagine, quite heavy as well. It's a very robust light, and don't get me wrong, I approve of what the other one can do, but there is something extra premium about this. Even with its simplicity, it just has 2 light modes. I mean, you can hold the button for a quick revision of something, or you can click it in for half beam and click it in again for full beam. And as with the others, I quite like the lower light. I don't feel the need to blind people. I feel this is sufficient. Quite a nice little lens flare there. and it gives a little aura around itself, which is quite nice. And of course you will be seeing much more of these lights in our future videos as well. Yes, I was very impressed by this. As I say, my expectation was that it would be, one of those sort of more disposable things. Well, you've seen the other torches I've used, but yes, that is a good looking torch, and it has a little clippy bit there, then little clippy bit, so I can pop it in over the top of my pocket so I wouldn't lose it. Yes. And, let me pop the box down. So it's my inspection stick. So yes, there. Clip bit there so you can pop it over your pocket. A little rubberized button. And a really nice, like texturing there to the hand grip, and then of course the light branding on there. And you can see the little LED in there. Now this one is not a rechargeable one, although you could put a rechargeable battery in it if you did so wish. Let's just check the manual. So it takes a regular AA battery now. Yeah, so the high is 300 lumens for 122 minutes, and then the low is 15 lumens. Let's just click back to the 15 lumens, which is 20 hours, and throws for 60 meters. Also can be dropped from 1.5 meters. Oh, I didn't look with the Freya the amount of time that the battery lasts, because it is ridiculous. Let me find that so I don't give you false information. Let me pop that aside. But yes, this is well, it says the model of the i5T EOS, the limited edition brass, which I do like a lot. Yes, I do enjoy premium shiny things, especially one that I can in fact and will in fact pop in my pocket. Where was that? There we go. Yeah, so yes, that's right, on moon mode now. Hopefully, perhaps you can read that. Perhaps you can't. Where's my pointing stick? Basically, On moon mode, my preferred mode, with just one charge, it can last for 15 days. 15 days. That is 15 very long days of looking for Bigfoot. But within those 15 days, only half of it's dark. So the rest of the time, I can use the sun. Which means this allows me to look for Bigfoot for 30 days with just one charge. That is impressive. And that is how you find Bigfoot. Red light will last 22 hours, the green 14 hours, and the blue 12 hours. Well, so all in all it lasts a very long time. I should probably try that. Just charge the light and leave it on for 15 days. I mean, I've used it for a few weeks on a singular charge, so I'm certainly not doubting it, but I do think you are going to be seeing a lot of this. I feel it certainly adds a classy edge to videos and probably many thumbnails, because that just looks good. Of course, as I've already mentioned, if you feel you're intrigued by these lights, there will be links and things, links and information, should I say, in the description, so you can go and check out Olight for yourself. Those multicolored ones would be fun as well. Perhaps if I was to switch this light off, maybe I'll do a follow-up sometime soon, just to experiment and change some of your settings to see what fun looks I can come up with. But yes, probably hear those wind chimes in the background. But thanks for watching. As I say, please do give a moment of time to check them out, either for yourself or as a gift. Please do take care, and I hope to see you sometime soon. Cheers. So, today we shall be indulging in some premium light triggers. See that little orb there? And it's back, and it disappears, and then it comes back, and like a little firefly just floating around. But anyway, we shall have multiple colors throughout this, the red, green and blue. See that? But let's begin nice and easy. Just place your focus right there on the light. Yes, ignore the little orb for now. For now, ignore that. Just focus on the light. It just sways side to side. And then now just to make sure your eyes are working, you'll just go up and then down, up and then down, over here, up and then down, up and then down. Then of course over this side, up and then down, up and then down, and let's just go up and down. Good, good. So if I just take a sort of slight step back with my feet, and you can still see the light there, yes? You can see that? Yes, ignore the little firefly that's just, and it disappears, and then it comes back, and then it disappears, and then it comes back. Oh, it's over there. Yes, we can ignore that just for now. Place your focus on the light. Just follow it. It moves around. Take a step forward with my feet. It continues to go round. You can see through the glass of the light. And then I will just move back. I take a step back with my swaying side to side. Good. Now, let's spice things up a little bit. I'll take a step forward with my feet. Return back to the swaying. Let's focus on the light, not the little orbs there. No. You can ignore those for now. Now, by the end of this session, I will be very intrigued to know which color you preferred. Go up, down, and up, and down, and back. And just a couple of quick ones on the side, just as the up and down and up and down. Good. And then just a couple on this side as well. So we go, and then we go down, and then up, and down. Good. Now I'm going to take a step back with my feet, and we have the swaying again from side to side. Let's focus on the light, not the little glowing independent orbs. No, just the light. Now, whilst I have my feet placed slightly backwards, we can just go around, just focus on the light. To take a step forward, good. So let's change the color again. Now to the green. You will notice that some of these colors are brighter than others. Now I'll take a step forward with my feet and we return back to the swaying again. place your focus onto the light. Ignore the little glowing dot that passes in the opposite direction. Then up and down and up and down and up and back. Now to this side. Move up and down and up and down and back. Now to this side and up and down and up and down and back. Now I'm going to take a step backwards with my feet. If you place your focus onto the light, I'm sure you're becoming very familiar with this procedure. Then sway side to side, ignoring the little orbs of light. We focus on the predominant light. Good. And once I have my feet in a step backwards position, say the green is quite a lot brighter than the red. Be interesting. Can you see through the glass? Or sort of almost. You can almost see through it. Now it is time for the blue. So focus on to the light. Ignore the glowing orb. Yes, I don't think the blue is quite prefer the red and the green. Though I think the blue may be the brightest. Hang on, just before we continue, I'm curious. So we go. It's the moon mode. It's the red. It's the green. And that's the blue. Yes, I'd say the blue is the brightest. But now, we come back here. Move it up. Back down. Then up. And then back. Focus on the light. Down, move up, and down, and then back. Now I'm going to take a step backwards with my feet, like so, and focus on the light. The swaying, let's ignore the blue orb over that. That does look very nice. The way that looks with the blue. But no, don't focus on that. Not yet. Soon, but not yet. Some more of these, and then back. Now, because I have my feet in my step backwards position, we can proceed with the spiral. Can you see through the glass? Yes, that one is certainly the brightest. But now, for those that have been desperately trying to focus on that little firefly orb that keeps disappearing and reappearing, it disappears and it reappears and it disappears and reappears, disappears and reappears. And then the same on this side, it disappears. And where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yes, and focus on this. It disappears, and it should appear somewhere over here. Where is it? There it is. And then it should appear somewhere over here, and where it's there. Look at this right now. It's moving a little bit. Little ember, a little bit of a flame, just sort of floating around. Now I think that the red would probably be the best for this. Where is it? It should appear somewhere. Ah, there it is. There, just floating around, just circles. Bit round. I quite like that. It looks three-dimensional. Perhaps I should try taking a step backwards with my feet. And where's it gone? There it is. So ignore this, just focus on that. It's much more unpredictable, and it can vanish and reappear somewhere else. Look at that, just a tiny little dot. And it disappears, and then it comes back. See if I can make it a tiny dot on this side. Yes, there it is. Now for curiosity, let's try the green. Yes, that is much brighter. You can see that there very clearly. Floats around and around and around. This time I'll just lean forward. I won't step forward with my feet. I'll just lean. Where is it? There it is. There it is again. Just round. So I'll just lean back again. Let's see if I make it. And then you can see there's two little orbs. They disappear and then reappear. Disappear. Reappear. See if I can put the two orbs on the opposite side. connected. Like a little light bubble there. Well, I feel that brings us to the end of this session. I do hope that you take care, and I hope to see you sometime soon. Cheers. So, I'm sure that some of you recall this light from a previous session. But today I have two new lights from Olight to show you today. So, let me pop this back away now. Without further ado, just one moment. Now, to begin with, we have this, which is, as you can see there, very premium, which does fit my preference. It is also, as you can just about see that, it's also limited edition. Let me remove this now. Let's just pop that aside for just one moment, just whilst I see it is indeed a very premium looking. See, you have this little flip there, little magnet to seal it and then release it. Now let's take this out. And this is also, it's the magnetic base. I don't know if you can see that in there actually. Let me switch this on so I can shine the light in. And as you can see, the magnetic contact, it's similar to your premium AirPods or something similar. As you can see it, matching in color, this extension has got this little pocket clip, so you can pop it in a pocket, or I could attach it to my collar if I wished, or as the base is magnetic, I could attach it to something metal. But before we proceed much further with that, let me check the details. So it has a rotation of 3 different light modes, a low, medium and high 12 lumens, 60 lumens, which is medium, 300 lumens, which is high. But it doesn't end there, because it has 2 additional modes. It does simulate to the other of a moon mode there, and it does have a turbo mode as well, but we shall get to that. It has some other little tricks up its sleeve as well, but we shall get to those soon enough. And moon mode is 0.5 lumens, and turbo is, what's this, 1200? That's particularly visible for you, but, and yes, of course, the moon mode has a runtime of 20 days, which is quite impressive. And with the 3.7 charges, with the power pack there, I believe gives you a total of 90 days, I believe. At least that sounds about right. Then the low mode, 33 hours, medium 7.5 hours, high 95 minutes, and turbo is 1.5 plus 75 minutes. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but nonetheless. Now, I feel I should reference the documentation for this. I'm just going to pop it in my pocket for a moment, just to doubly check with those other features. Before, it does of course come with a matching cable, that orange design there, which is quite nice. Gives a very premium connection between all the aspects of the light. Now, what do we have? Yes, so let me take this out of my pocket. Let's just, so obviously your on-off switch there. Yes, and when you switch it on, you hold it to cycle your lights. Now, moonlight, you press and hold moon mode there. I shall probably be using that quite a lot. It gives a good little aura there. Just float around. Direct access to turbo is a quick double click. As you can see, that is very bright. Far too bright for my current settings, but just about bright enough for hunting Bigfoot. There is a strobe mode. When the flashlight is on, triple click the side switch. I don't know if that would be wise to feature in this video. No, I don't think I'll use the strobe mode. Button 3 has a long 9-minute and short 3-minute timer. When the light needs to be automatically turned off. So when the flashlight is on, double click and hold the side switch under the current brightness level to access the timer. So it's when the light is on, you give a little double click. Oh yes, the handy lock feature. Was this off, you just hold the button and that locks it off. You get a little red light there when you try and access it whilst it's locked, and then you have to press and hold to unlock it. Very convenient if you happen to pop it in your pocket so it doesn't get switched on. The charging, I feel, is quite self-explanatory. You just sort of take the light and pop it back into its case. Just looking for any further details. Charge time, about an hour, about 2.5 hours to charge the pack. As I recall, when I charged it, it didn't take any time at all. Sometimes they do, but that did not. Good drop distance of 1.5 meters. There's a throw of 166 meters. I did go outside and test the distance. As always, I was very impressed. I feel those are the features we needed to cover for this. Now I do want to do just testing it. The low mode is quite nice. And the high setting is a little bit more intense, although it does give a very pleasant sort of beam, almost like with an eye. Comes out, little streams of light. A little trim around the outside as well. That's quite nice. Additional refraction there. Might be too faint for you to see in a very prominent aura there. But that is very bright. So let me just, that's low, medium, high. Oh, that's quite nice, those little spikes of light coming off of it. I think, yes, it is brighter than my panel light there. Perhaps I should just use these instead. So that's low mode. Doesn't give the spikes of light. It doesn't have that sort of refraction to it, but it does have a little orb there. Orb shining through to the back of my hand. So let me check moon mode. As it gives a little refraction onto my palm, and then if I take this back, yes, there's no noticeable light spikes. It does have a very pleasant glow to it. Let me fetch the case. So if I was to demonstrate pinpointing a feature out, yes, I would say that it does illuminate effectively. Try the low mode. Low mode works very well from slightly further distance. So if I was to draw attention to that text there, yes, that's more than adequate enough. You can also add some dynamics to the lighting. So with the higher settings, I think medium mode, perhaps medium mode. Let me cycle. Yes, that's more than enough. Counteracts my blue very well. Low mode. What about a slightly more distant? The top down. Yeah. That's very effective. So low mode for close up and it doesn't completely blow out the image or anything like that. And in medium to high mode for something a little more distant. Yes. Well, I shall pop that back into its case. And the magnet is very strong. It won't accidentally fall out. There's a little indicator light there, which is nice, so you know things are doing what things should be doing. Now, let me just pop that premium light down. Now, as I did say, there is another. Now, just give me one moment. As you can see there, this is the i5 tier. Simple but special. Now, although this does seem somewhat more simple compared to the previous, there is something very unique about this. Now just give me one moment. You can see there, this unique splatter pattern. Of course, the clip, so you can pop it into your pocket. And this is another design off of the brass one from those that recall that from the past. It has the so you don't actually have to click it, you can just press and hold it and do it twice to be brighter. Well, that's quite an interesting effect. The glow inside the hand. It's been a while since I've done this sort of thing. It almost looks like it's an X-ray. See the bones of my hand. But as you can see this. Now I believe that each of these torches with the splatter pattern are unique, as in no pattern will be the same. So, if you do not wish to be fully premium, but want something unique to you, then perhaps this could be an option for you. Now, of course, there are links in the description should you wish to invest in a premium light for yourself, or perhaps as a gift. Or perhaps you just wish to peruse their website to see what they have to offer. Now let me see, so this is the 15 lumens, and then the high is 300 lumens. I wouldn't say that was too bright. Yeah, once again, it gives a little orb there rather than the bright beam or light rays. So I wouldn't say that was too dark. There is something nice about the colouring of these LEDs as well. And there'll be no doubt that you'll see more of this in the future. Yes, that is a very powerful aura there. I suppose I wanted to do a lights out session with these, or with this collection of Olight torches, or flashlights, whatever you would prefer to call them, as adding a little third dimension to it. Breaks away and it comes back. Breaks away and comes back. Well, I feel you have been properly introduced, so I shall end today's session there. As I say, check the description for links and things, and I hope to see you sometime soon. Cheers. So, you may remember this from a previous session. Of course, you also may not. You may not have been previous for said session, and if not, that is no matter. No. See, because this is the green here, in case you're unaware, and then here is the blue. As you can see, there's almost a ghost version of it that floats side to side. There's the blue one. By far brightest, I do believe. I can't remember the resolve that we came to last time, but which is my personal favorite, for whilst I mooch about in the wilderness. The red, which is my favorite of the color modes. There is something about the red, perhaps is because it's the least bright, maybe that's why. But there's something about it. Suppose it's also the red and black, which is something very cool about. But as this one doesn't, it's not bright enough to create the ghost. Did the green, was the green enough to, yeah. But it's very faint, sort of comes and goes. The blue is much more obvious. See it there. So I will take a step back with my feet. See, does the ghost exist? So, if I went back further, you could still see the ghost moves in the opposite direction. That is. So if I and there the tube, but with almost combines to the orb. Looks a little bit like a 3D render. Although moon mode is quite effective in this lights out situation, it doesn't give any refractions or extra bits. It's sort of very much what it is. But I do like that behind the hand. For lesser illumination, but maybe I could do something with sort of silhouettes, although take that off. Just hold on to that and then just captures the light and then you release it. Maybe this would be a good time for the blue. Flare off at the lens is very careful, very minor adjustments to just get that beam to burn at its brightest. Let me just moon mode. The red. I suppose I could move to a regular light setting. This is not the brightest of settings, but it does illuminate very effectively. The light, of course, is not tungsten, so my white balance, or the white balance of your eyes, will be slightly incorrect, but that doesn't matter at this moment in time. No. Should I try the brightest of settings? That it will be very bright. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. The brightest of settings. Let's attempt to contain in that piercing beam. It does create very effective little orb there, perhaps. One small slice, if you will, of light, just to get that little orb. There it is. As I remember now, the green does create a very powerful orb. It has an almost three-dimensional dome around the orb. Go back to the tube for just one moment. I do want to see what a burn there. Fuse it back. Tube does mute the light quite a lot. Too much so that I seem to build that pierce through the fingers. Get you to hold that tube again. Under light there. Take that to the green. It makes me look like I'm a ghost hunter or something. Some budget TV program where I'm acting scared for the sake of views. Just the simple moon mode with an accompanying orb as well. if you take your focus onto the light there. Good, good. Now take your focus onto the light there. Good, good. And now if you take your focus onto the light there. Good. Little orb. Now, if you take your focus and place it onto the light. Good. Now, the light is moving. Just follow it. Now, take your vision and place it onto the light, and once again it will move, and just follow it with your eyes. And then it disappears. So, now, place your focus. Take your focus from here and place it onto the light. You have your focus here. Yes. And just follow the light. Disappears, but wait for it, because it will return. Just wait, just one moment, and there it is. once again it disappears, but it shall return again. Now, if you take your focus and place it onto the light. And now it disappears. Just a little glimpse of it. Your focus is on the light, yes? Good. Now let's disappear, but the light will return again. Just give it one moment and it shall return. Place your focus onto the light. Take your focus from here and place it onto the light. One more to complete the sweep. A few arbitrary movements. Take your focus and place it onto the light. Take your focus and place it on the light. And take your focus and place it on the light. Good. I didn't do a great deal of movement with my feet. Perhaps I shall save that for another session. I think I will. Yes, I think it would be very beneficial to revisit this at some point, and perhaps that's what it needs, is a little bit of movement with my feet. So I take more steps back and more steps forward, coming closer and then bring you back. I think. But I will save that for next time. There will be more of these. Yes. Well, I do hope that you take care. I do hope you enjoyed today's session, and I hope to see you sometime soon. Cheers.